our topic for the Deakin School News Network project is homophobia. So, what do you guys think about the public reaction against for gays, lesbians, bisexuals and transsexuals? Nick, what do you believe the differences are when people find out someone might be gay, lesbian, bisexual or trans?
Could you elaborate the question?
Like, you know, a girl is just like, oh, I want a gay friend, but then maybe one of her other friends comes out as lesbian and she would treat her so much differently than she would if...
She thinks she's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like,
Because, like, they're probably scared that they're going to hit on her or something like that.
it's like just because
Conceited.
you're straight doesn't mean you're going to hit on every other straight guy
exactly.
or straight girl, whatever.
So just because she's a lesbian doesn't mean she finds you attractive.
she's not going to go out.
That's
and, like,
just you being so up yourself.
True that. I agree with
It's
that
like
very
people
much.
walking into gay bars and they get disappointed when they're not hit on. It's not every gay guy is interested in you.
Yes, just because they're attracted to guys doesn't mean they're attracted to every guy.
It's just.
It'd just be like every girl assuming that every guy's attracted
We
to
took
you.
a poll on asking people if they knew what a transsexual was. 5% of the population that we interviewed knew what a transsexual was, and 95% of the population did not. And we also asked them if they agreed with gay marriage. 95% of the population did, and only 5% didn't, which I think is a pretty good statistic. Yes.
So,
What do you guys think?
as
Well, I personally didn't know what a transsexual was until I had to look it up the other week. But I've always agreed on gay marriage.
Agreed.
I just think it's funny people support organisations that are for the LGBT, but they don't know what a transsexual is, but they're all for gays and lesbians. They're
Agreed.
misinformed and badly informed. Not informed, you know.
Yeah, because
They don't know shit.
it was surprising that most people thought a transsexual was a cross-dresser.
Or
Someone that
It's
has
usually
both male and
or a
female
hermaphrodite.
Yeah, but a
organs.
cross-dresser usually is associated with it because it's usually an effect.
Yes, but not every cross-dresser is
Yeah.
sexual.
Like some guys just
Just
like
like
dressing up as a girl. They don't want to be a girl, but they just like
and it's not
wearing
every
girls' clothes.
transsexual is a cross-dresser.
Yeah, exactly. Like
An effect, so I suppose they associate. Not sure.
They're in the same category, sort of.
No, it seems there's a lot more wide acceptance now for gay marriage since it's got out the word. It's been a lot publicised.
The hype.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. People know what
it's
it
been
is.
very
what it's
talked about. Yeah, it's a very controversial topic at the moment.
And it's a
I guess.
moving topic, like it's not just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like there's states and countries legalising it, and there's states and countries also very much against it. So
And there's also some like organisations that are pushing for it very like strongly, I guess.
Then, in some places it's just really stupid, but I actually found out that in America, gay marriage is legal in 7 states, but bestiality is legal in 22.
Agreed. Yeah, that's sort of.
How are people okay with bestiality before they're okay with homosexual marriage?
And also like how it's more accepted in today's times to be pregnant, like teenagers being pregnant, than someone coming out as gay. Like, yeah.
it's stupid. And one of people's reasons for not supporting gays and lesbians and whatnot is like they're like, oh, besides religion and stuff, they're like, oh, if we start allowing this, what are they going to allow next? Like coming back to the bestiality thing, they're like, oh, bestiality would be next. Next we'll be marrying inanimate objects, and already states of America and other countries allow you to do that. And again, as you said, more people, it's legal in more states for bestiality than it is gay marriage. So very.
Where's the logic?
I see logic in your argument, and I don't know.
Yes, and it also frustrates me sometimes when people use the Bible as an excuse for being against it.
Because look at the progressions of gays and thing. Because divorce was a sin.
Yes, divorce is according to the Bible, divorce is a sin. Shaving is a sin. Eating like bacon is a sin. And how many people knew that?
Isn't it eating any meat too on a Sunday besides fish?
Fish, yeah.
Yeah. But as I was saying before, according to religious people, God hates gays. God, and according to them
Apparently-
as well, God created everything on
And
earth.
God
so,
loves all of his children.
so God created gays, and apparently He loves them all. But yet, everyone who's religious is still against gay marriage.
If they say, if you're gay, people say, oh, you're going to burn.
Not
Yeah.
everyone that's religious.
You're
though.
going to go to hell, you're
Majority
going
of them.
to burn in hell or whatever. And it's like, well,
No.
you preach and tell us God loves all his children and
Now you're going to
forgives them
tell us
all,
He
now
doesn't
you-
like certain ones. It's
Very
just
selective God you are. But it,
I don't know if it's God that's selective
Just
or it's
people-
just the people that teach it.
just people who don't want to allow this, who are choosing to ignore it or outright dispute it, you're just putting brakes on progression of something that will
And-
probably eventually happen anyway.
it's
And-
In my honest opinion, in the future, say a couple of hundreds of years down the track, the Bible's not going to be valid anymore because like
The Bible is,
evolution and society will have progressed on to not really believe in those really old kind of things.
the Bible is just a book. It wasn't even written by your God, whoever, or what if you have a religious book or a religious figure or whatever. They were not personally created by your God. The Bible was not personally written by the Christian, Catholic, whatnot God. And
Bible is a book to explain the
take it too
unexplained.
seriously.
So
Stop,
it's
guys.
just
It's
the Bible
not-
is a book made up to explain what cannot be explained.
yeah,
So
it's
that's
not
one
just every
that was
religion.
one
though.
person's view. That was one person's thoughts on explaining what can't be explained, and then everyone else has just believed it because it seemed believable.
It's not every
There's no
religion
actual
though.
proof.
It's like mainly Christians who are against it, but there's also people who are for it. Like I think there's Buddhism is for it. Like it's not against it, not like fighting it. And there's a few other religions too that aren't against
But-
it.
The new pope, I
He's
cannot
for
remember his name, but he actually said that the Catholic Bible is not against it; they're just not for it. He did not say outright that no, we're against gay marriage. He just said it's a topic that doesn't need to be discussed because we don't not agree with it.
As much as many religious people are against the theory of like evolution and such, they believe that people were created as how we are now, not evolved from animals. But if you do see from the evolution point of view that the instincts for people to reproduce and whatnot are here, but now perhaps gays and lesbians have been introduced because then they don't reproduce themselves usually, and they've been trying to adopt kids and such. So it's part of controlling the population because we're slowly becoming pretty overpopulated. And if
Chinese.
everybody was straight and started having kids and all that,